I didn't know what the arrangements was with Tammy, because I knew, even though she went back to the house with Chuck, that it was Chuck and Tammy and Tanya that was together for most of the night. And just by the conversation, I didn't know if she needed a ride home.
So what happened?
I went up to the door. I didn't really knock, I just kind of opened it. And I don't remember exactly what I said. What's going on? Am I taking somebody home? And Chuck was on the other side of the bed. And he looked up and he had this, like, who are you kind of a look. And he's like, what are you doing in my room? And I said, well, I want to know who I'm taking home. And that's when he jumped up and he was coming around the bed.
See anything in his hand?
I could not see his right hand at that time.
And what happened?
When he got around the corner is when I saw the knife blade for the first time.
Tell us what happened.
He came after me. He swung at me.
And what happened then?
I know I got hit sometime right then, but I don't know exactly where. But I was able to overpower him.
Now, where do you think you got hit?
Somewhere in my side area. I had a cut and a puncture wound on the side. And at that point, I was able to take.
Where was Mr. Baker at this point? We
were struggling at that point.
Okay.
And at that point, I was able to take Mr. Baker and put him onto the bed. And when he went on the bed, I went with them onto the water bed. And we struggled. He had the knife in his hand, and he had it in his right hand, and I kept grabbing hold of it and just pushing down, and the motion of the bed, he was getting stabbed. But Mr. Baker never stopped. He continued the struggle with me. And we were wrestling, and the last time that Mr. Baker struggled was because he was getting hit. He actually turned the blade away so it wouldn't hit him. And at the same time, I pushed, and he turned his head, and that's the one that went across his throat. And at that point, Mr. Baker went limp. He just laid there.
And what happened to Tammy